April 11th. I'm at my cabin and working on the garden, looking at my trees. Definitely there are blooms, even this crappy one is growing. The peach tree again has a lot of flowers on it. And this tree already has flowers. So I'm not moving this year. We're gonna wait until fall. But I do have to plant my 2 grape plants that I dug out last winter and a couple of months ago probably out of my home garden. So I'm gonna find a place for them, and based on how the sun moves this way, what I'm gonna do is put them, I think, here somewhere. So it's a change of plans, but that's fine. Only because I can't really put it there because that tree is there and it's just simpler, I think, if I put them here. So that's what I'm gonna do first. And then next thing I'm gonna do is even this ground out for the second bed. It's gonna go this way so I can lay out the second bed ready to go. This first bed is doing pretty good. Obviously it's wavy, but I don't care. The main thing that I like about it is that the dirt did not get washed out too much. A little bit maybe, or not at all. Actually, that's the dirt I used to prop it up, actually, to even it out. So that's the old dirt. So anything I put in the bed did not get washed out, and I can see it here because there's cardboard. Nothing is coming out, at least on this end. And there was just a big rainstorm here. Poured down, so okay, here it's a little bit coming out here, so I gotta fix this. That's good. As far as the onions go, I had planted these last time, so this was 2 weeks ago, right? These are chives, I think, and these are again just left over from last year, overwintered in a pot. And I think I did plant something here, but you can't tell. That's okay. So I brought some more onions, some bulbs that I'm gonna stick in here, and hopefully there'll be still space for my homegrown onions that I grown from seeds. And this new bed's gonna be for the potatoes, which I also brought out. Now I can only bring so much of this compost with me because it's heavy and it just doesn't fit in my car. So that's 10 cubic feet total. So I'm probably gonna make another run down to the tractor supply store and bring another load of something, because I'm thinking for the potatoes I probably want to make it a little higher than this. And this for the onion is only like 2 inches tall as far as the compost, and for that it works. But for the potato I definitely have to make it a little taller. So I'm gonna start digging in my grape. I think they have survived. Oh, look at this. The chives that I didn't pull out, they're still growing from the old bed. I'll try to save those. And so here are my grape vines. And what I did, I actually saved this with some dirt in it previously, but now I just took it out of the dirt so I can transport it easier. And it looks like, I'm trying to see if there's any life left in them, but I think, yeah, this thing is trying to already grow here. I don't know if it's visible. So hopefully they'll survive. Let me do that first. Done planting these grapevines. Here's one. This has a big root going all the way here to this point. But the one that's actually trying to grow has a smaller root. That was easy to plant. I probably will pour some water on this later, just to get the air pockets out. Whew, I'm out of breath. So this guy, I'm gonna have to move this label. This one is the seedless grape. The other one has seeds, but it's very tasty. My violas are looking so good, and these things are just reseeding themselves. And every year I get more and more growing in here. They're beautiful. They love it in these boxes. I'm gonna probably feed it a little bit, but it looks good. And my lavenders are growing. I think one of them didn't make it, but I have, oh, two didn't make it. Oh, looks like this is dead too. Yeah, this one is still good. That died. So anyway, I have a bunch of chives here too. Eventually what I'm going to do is have a permanent bed here, going around this side and the other side back there where we cut down the trees. And I'm going to plant them with chives and rosemary and lavender, because those are the things that the deer will not eat. And also it keeps away the mice, I think. So what I need to do is I need to cut a couple of 4-foot length 2x4s, and also I need a couple of short pieces for the connectors between the long pieces. So I think I might be able to, what are these? Cut that in half for the connector, and then I need an 8-foot piece to cut into 2. Is this 8 foot? This guy, I can never tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just looks longer, but that's an 8-footer. So I just need to cut this in half. For my garden bed. This wood was purchased for my greenhouse, but I've been dipping into this because wood right now is just ridiculously expensive, and I'm gonna wait until hopefully it goes down again to refurbish my greenhouse stack. This is sage. Of course, it's growing back nicely. This guy is a weed. I don't know if anything's gonna grow out of this. If not, we'll plant something. Up here, I don't know if these have reseeded themselves. Something's growing. I think I have some sage in there too. So just clean up a little. If not, I'll bring something and stick a plant in there or two. Nothing on the back over there. It might not get enough sun, maybe. Here we are in the cabin. I'm gonna have to check the mouse traps. It's nice and cool in here. It always amazes me how the metal roof keeps it cool. 60 degrees in here. Outside is humid, number one, because it just rained. But it's definitely 80 degrees, so there's a 20-degree difference between inside and outside, which is just really good for summer. So for the potato bed, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. What I'm going to do is cut holes into the cardboard, and I'm going to stick the potatoes in those holes, and then I'm going to cover it with the compost. I have 5 kinds of potatoes, I think. I had to special order some of it. I have Corolla, and then I have Nicola, French fingerling, Russian banana, and then I have the standard Walmart Gold Rush as well. So I'm gonna put them in an order how they're gonna be harvested. So this is a late, this is a main, so that's late also. Which one is the earliest? I think Nicola is the first earliest. So I'm gonna find that first. And then that way I'll know which order to harvest them. So I think I'm gonna start from the top. As far as cutting holes in this, let's see. I brought one of these shovels and I have a knife. So what I'm gonna do is try to put them a foot apart. So therefore I can put 4 plants across and then 8 this way. So let me see how I can do this. Probably I'm going to use a knife, but let's see. Where do we start? I'm going to start right here. So this is how I'm putting the potatoes. There we go. So far I'm about 2/3 way down the bed. But let's see what we got. We have 4 rows of Russian banana. We got 3 rows of French fingerling. We got 5 rows of Corolla and 4 rows of Nicola. So I still have space here, and this is where we're gonna put the gold potatoes. The generic gold potatoes go here. So now what I'm gonna do is take the compost and pile compost on each of the potatoes, and that way hopefully it's gonna be deep enough for it to grow. Okay, I'm finished. I put in 2 rows of the Gold Rush potatoes and 3 rows of the Yukon Gold and cover them with compost. So I still have some space left in my potato bed. That's going to be probably for parsnips. Still have some space here in the onion bed. I planted some red onions in this block and planted some shallots in this block. So that's it for today. Next time I'm here, I'm gonna top off this potato bed with more compost. And also I'm gonna plant the parsnips here. And I'm gonna plant out the rest of my onions on the back over there. That's where my homegrown onions going to be from this year. And then I'm gonna build the last bed here next weekend maybe. We'll see. Let's take a look at the fruit trees. They're so pretty. So this little tree does not have a whole lot of flowers on it yet. Here's one. There's some over here. And I lost my tag. Oh, here it is. So this is Gold Rush apple. We know this is the peach tree because we have seen peaches on this. Lots of blossoms. This little guy that's still alive is an apricot tree. It's definitely budding. I don't see any flowers yet though. We'll check on it next week. And this guy, there's lots of leaves, and also it does have some flowers on the tip of every branch. You see some flowers, so that's good. Hopefully we don't have any more freeze, so we'll be able to harvest something from this tree. And this tree is a cherry tree. So that's how we're looking right now. Not too bad in April. Hopefully by the time May comes, this bed will be ready to go for the sweet potatoes and butternut squash and whatever else I feel like should go here. I'm trying to plant things here that don't need week to week care. So if I don't come out here for a while, they're still gonna be okay as long as it rains and don't have to be watered. Eventually I'm gonna set up the watering system. I have the pieces, just needs to be put together. Set up the water barrel, and then I have to set up something to catch the rain from, like a small roof back there that's gonna collect it in a barrel, and the barrel is gonna be on a timer so it can water the garden like every third day or so. Whether it rains or not, doesn't matter. One, I'm not here, so that would be helpful. But other than that, I'm trying to, again, grow things that don't need a lot of care, like tomatoes do, because they need to be trimmed and pruned a lot, and we're gonna see what else we're gonna put in here. What else will fit in here? I still have to go and clean my fence off. I really don't want to do it, and today it was wet, so I didn't want to do it even more. Also, when I got here, there was a tree fallen that I had to deal with. I just cut that off with a handsaw. I didn't want to fire up my chainsaw. And that's one of the trees that was marked to be cut down anyway. Came down. I think this is one of them that they were gonna cut down. Okay, so I'm done for today. I am not gonna go and bring up more compost just yet. I'm gonna do that next time I come around, because even though it's only a 25-mile round trip, still it would take time. So I'm just gonna head home. So see you next time.